YouTube, how you going? Let's have a bit of a chat about safety. Now, you all know we're going to do a whole heap of videos shortly. Once I get me camper in, we're going to go bush a fair bit and make some videos, and I've got a really long trip planned later on out into the desert, into the isolated country out there. Now, I do have a Royal Flying Doctor radio that's got quite a few channels on it, which I had when I was a gold prospector. I used to go out with a metal detector out to the breakaway country in the middle of nowhere by myself and prospect for gold, but I just used to take that radio with me then. Now, with my wife coming and having fun, we have ordered a bit of extra safety. I'll just move this telephone. We have ordered a bit of extra safety. Now, she likes to go around and take photos of flowers and certain things, and me, because of my disability, I can't walk very far. So the first thing I ordered was this personal EPIRB, GPS EPIRB. Some of you are saying, well, why don't you get a satellite phone? Well, satellite phones don't work everywhere. There's 4 main providers for satellite phones in Australia. They're in the thousands of dollars, and depending who you're going with and what satellites they're using, some of them are very low on the horizon. They just don't work everywhere. Now, this EPIRB, when she goes walkabout, she'll have that on her belt. Okay, this comes in a little pouch with a belt clamp. Set that off. Now, that's a registered EPIRB. It's registered to us, so they know straight away who it's, when it goes, that it's not a false alarm. They'll then ring my designated phone number, whoever I've designated, and hang on a minute. So that was Silvio. Now, yeah, the problem with satellite phones is we've got 4 providers in Australia. I forgot where I was up to, but we've got 4 providers in Australia, and none of them offer full coverage. Okay, a lot of the satellites are low on the horizon, and yeah, and I got that information through people that have been doing the same as I did, and it's just satellite phones, yeah, they're just not worth it in the end. So that's why we got the GPS. Now, the Royal Flying Doctor radio works. You just run out a really long aerial, but that's guaranteed to work. So all they do is they ring my designated number, and he'll know roughly where I am and say, yep, that's his GPS, and they'll come out and find me, hopefully. Alright, so now, because Ziggy likes to go wandering, like you saw at the beach the other day, she actually got this set. Now, we got it $100 cheaper off an eastern states seller than if we'd have just driven into town and bought it off JB Hi-Fi. We saved $100, okay? And that bloke just shipped it. I mean, we bought them, what, 3 days ago, and they're here already. Okay, so this is called a tradies pack. Unit tradies pack. Okay, there's the basics. What they do is 17 kilometre range, 30 hours standby, 5 watts, and they're waterproof. I'll get into the waterproof side in a minute. And then on the back of the box, it's got lots more. They're 80 channel UHF. Okay, there's the extras that are in here. So basically, it comes in a very nice little pelican case. okay, high density phone. Now in that case you've got an AC charger which will charge one battery and one unit. You'll notice the batteries, two batteries are gone because I've already got the units set up and I've already got the belt clips on. Alright, this is a hands-free microphone speaker. I've got two of those, a battery charger here. I did have to order another battery charger, a 12 volt one, because there's only one 12 volt one in the pack. That's the AC thing for the charger. Now over here, this is an antenna, a magnetic antenna. So if you want to use these in your car, you whack that little baby on the roof, run that in through the hole that's in the back of most utes. There's a little rubber hole there, and let me get one of these out. You unscrew your aerial, and you screw that antenna in there, and basically it increases your range heaps and turns it into a car unit, which is really good. Really good. The units are very small. I've just put the belt clip on the back, that's the battery. They're an all aluminium chassis, very rugged, very tough. Now, in this configuration, they're waterproof to a metre, so if you drop them in water, they're waterproof to a metre. Okay, as soon as you hook anything to them, the aerial's fine, but as soon as you hook anything else to them, like the microphone, wherever that is, these two microphones here, okay, the ear ones, you see they got the little plugs on the side. As soon as you remove the rubber out of the side there, I've got to hold it against my body to remove the rubber. As soon as you remove the rubber and expose that, the units are no longer waterproof. Still water resistant, but not waterproof. Okay? And I'm pretty much sure that's the same. You've got to push that in really hard. I'm pretty much sure that's the same with most of these little radios. Out of the box, without any optional extras, they're waterproof. Alright. Okay, not bad. 80 channels as you can see here. Let me turn it on. They got, you can set them up for repeaters if you've got repeaters in your area, and basically that increases it. They've got scan functions. But for us, when we're travelling, we'll be using channel 18. And I've got that automatically preset to go back to channel 18. Why would you be using channel 18, Chris? Okay. Now, if you're towing a vehicle in Australia, then you're doing 10 kilometres an hour slower than everybody else at 100 kilometres an hour. Now, trucks should be only doing 100 kilometres an hour as well. I've never seen a truck yet on a country road that does 100 kilometres an hour. I've seen them do 110, 120, 130. So I downloaded this cheat sheet here from this site, and this gives me all the 80 channel frequencies and what they are. And in deciding channel 18, channel 18 is for caravans, campers and convoys. Channel 10 is for four-wheel drive clubs, convoys and national parks. So if you're going to a national park in Australia, select 10 and you can talk to the rangers. This is a duplex, so it receives, it sends on channel 5 for an emergency and receives on, what channel is it? 35, yeah, down there, channel 35. But the radios do that automatically. But anyway, that's the kit. Okay, cost us just over $400 for that. This little baby cost, I don't know, $340 or something like that. Expensive, but when you're out in the Australian bush, you know, or in the desert country, it's a long time between water holes, and it can take you, yeah, it can be a long time before you get any help. So that's some of the safety gear we've gone with. We've got other stuff, of course. That's some of it. Going camping's doing all this is turning out to be quite expensive, but once we've got the gear, we've bought good quality gear, we've only got to buy it once, hopefully. Alright, so that's a bit of a informative update, I call that, on our camper, and what the sort of things we're doing to protect both my wife and myself. Alright, keep safe everyone. Bye for now.